2009, life after playing. I've got to admit, life's been pretty good to me. I've got a beautiful wife, three gorgeous kids, and I'm still involved in the game. I have a role at St Helens now on the commercial ambassador side, and it's one thing as a player. I do a lot of media stuff. Question Sport being one of them. I've been on that 6 times, and thanks to 6 wins. I think taken up from Tottenham's team as well, and he's not very good. I think as a player, as a competitor, you never ever lose that competitiveness. That edge. If I'd have been a binman, I wanted to be the best binman. That is without a doubt. So I found other ways to fulfil that, and like Jimmy said, charity was one of these for our good friend Steve Prescott. I've done numerous cycling events. This year did the attack tour of the Tour de France mountain stage. I've done boxing events. Funny how you're not fit to play rugby, so I went into boxing. It's you never lose that. As Jimmy's already mentioned, Steve Prescott, just a remarkable man, and it pains me to say that Steve lost his fight on Saturday. He passed away, but it's important for us now to keep his legacy going and keep doing what we're doing. One of the greatest challenges that I'd done was in May in 2011. It actually started in September 2010. Every year I do the Great North Run, which is a half marathon. And it's for a friend of mine based up in Newcastle for a premature baby unit. And we'd done that, and it was the first time that my wife had done it with me. So we crossed the finish line, and I remember saying to Linda, turned around and I said, "Could you imagine now running back to the start?" And she went, "No chance." I went, "Neither can I, so don't ever ask me to do a marathon." And it was mad. It was only the week after, and I'm driving back from Leeds, and hands-free comes up, Steve Prescott call, and I thought, "Oh God, what does he want now?" It was always this time of year where Steve thinks up a crazy challenge. And I was right. He said, "Scully," he said, "I've got a challenge for you." Now, we'd always done stuff in big groups, as Jimmy says, the cycle through France. He said, "But it's just me and you." I said, "Go on then, what is it?" He said, "It's the Paris to London Marathon Challenge." I said, "I'm sure he mentioned marathon then." So I said, "Go on then, what is it?" He said, "Right, we run the Paris Marathon. The day after we cycle from Paris to Calais. The day after that we roll the Channel. The day after that we cycle from Dover to London. The day after that we run the London Marathon." I said, "I'm in." Steve Prescott actually, he was a guy in 2007, he was given 6 months to live. I say he lost his fight on Saturday, unfortunately, but it was his persistence, and his discipline and self-belief and not giving in that got him so far. Who was I to say, "I'm not doing it," when he was going to put his body on the line, and we smashed it, we did it, and that is one of the greatest achievements that I've done, and I'm so proud to say that I did it alongside Steve. That was a picture with Gordon Ramsay after we finished the event, after the London Marathon. We was having a massage in the celebrity tent, and I was on the next bed to Gordon. Steve was at the other side of the room, and I was talking to him and telling him what we'd done, and he was saying how hard the marathon was, and I said, "Well, should have had a week." And he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe what we'd done. And then at the end of it, I told him that Steve was terminally ill with cancer, and he just couldn't believe it. He actually tweeted us that day just to say, it's great to meet him, remarkable effort. So that was amazing for me.